It's Week 7 of the National Football League. And this one features the Ravens, leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Ravens and the Browns, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams that love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day.
The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. Watson going to give it to Chubb. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Play action. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. From the shotgun, here's Watson. That's caught. It's Amari. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a Browns first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Shotgun snap to Watson. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game in a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Second down and 8. Once again, it's Barkley. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That is caught, finding Higgins. A gain there of 15. Good for a Raven 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. He's been a machine in the red zone here first couple of months of the season. In fact, leading the NFL in rushing touchdowns. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Here's Chubb. And he's in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Browns. Touchdown number 9 for the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Now, faking the give. Throwing right, it's taken in. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down. They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Now a 3rd and 2. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Now on 3rd and 2, and the rush gets there. He'll be tracked down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Watson will make the read and holds on. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
And he'll take this across the 30 to about the 32. Here's 3rd and 2. A play fake. Now Watson to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Ravens offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the RPO, a throw to Flowers. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. They'll run the counter with Barkley. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Oh, a miss hit there off the side of his foot. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Browns offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. So after 1, it's the Browns with the advantage. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll check this down to the running back. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Now Watson keeping this on the zone read. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner. The quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
And he'll work his way down inside the 30. Shooing off 7 yards on that one. 2nd down and 3. Throwing is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Watson to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Here's Chubb. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Watson. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now Watson. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They call this the alley. So it's the area between the hash marks and the numbers. And depending on what defense they're in, there is a lot of space to be had down those seams. So if this defense doesn't make a couple of adjustments, I wouldn't expect this offense to target any other place on this field.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Deshaun Watson. Touchdown, Cleveland. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now the kicking team here will take a timeout. This is fielded inside the 5. Ho-ho! And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he tops all other NFL running backs to this point in the season. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
Now they'll set up to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Browns 16-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll tuck it and take off.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the goal line and in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens are on the board. It's now 14-7. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Quick hitting slant there. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Now Chubb. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Chubb. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Watson. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The Ravens offense and T. Higgins set to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Saquon Barkley on the carry. Brought down by Martin Emerson. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Ravens sending the punt team out there, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Watson. Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Watson. A quick slant into the hands of Cooper. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To the air again. Watson thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked, back at the 5. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. Second and goal. To throw is Watson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. His kick is perfect. And the Browns going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now he'll air one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin right here in the city beautiful, Orlando, Florida, where you see the final score there. C.J. Stroud leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they trail the visiting Cowboys at halftime. The Cowboys trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Romeo Doubs, a touchdown reception. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play.
Now a loose football. The Browns have it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
The Browns offense and quarterback Deshaun Watson getting set for their next drive. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal. Here's Watson. Under under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle all afternoon. The defense done a great job taking him away from his game, taking his weapons away, and he has yet to find anything to lean on in this one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get to about the 15. That's it. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw here is complete.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Ravens bring their punt team out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get back to work. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Whistles look like the right side. Got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. Running is Chubb. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Devin White, that time on the stop. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the 2nd half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the pistol, a give to Chubb. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They run a toss to Chubb. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play.
Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, He ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Now a screen set up for Barkley.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Browns offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Now 1st down throw for Watson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now it's Watson. He's got a receiver wide open, left side. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Cleveland. Watson to throw. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Jamari Thrash. Touchdown, Browns.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike.
And that is intercepted by Denzel Ward. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike. And now to come up with a pick six here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Browns will extend this third quarter lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. That'll be taken in by Barkley.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw, taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. It's the tight end Likely in motion. They'll look to throw. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. A play fake. Now, oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. He'll drop to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended target there. And 3rd down coming up. Now they'll set up to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop. Second down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen, and he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're about ready now for the punt as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand.
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll stick to the ground. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. Coming open, that's the tight end Likely. And he will score. Game on. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
They'll run. And a big conversion for 2. And it's a 1-score game. The deficit is only 8. things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 3. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means fourth down coming up.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, fourth down.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with first and 10. They'll run here. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
And he'll get this only up to about the 33-yard line. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion. And
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there for the sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
The Browns getting their punting team out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Open man, that's Flowers. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, second and a yard.
At the 24-yard line.
A pass caught by Saquon. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Big play coming up. This is third down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw yet again. Flowers with the catch. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
The Browns offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. A quick slant into the hands of Cooper. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
Lane fills quickly. Only managed to get this to the 14. Back to throw. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cleveland. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Browns will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And They've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle them short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
The Browns offense ready to take over once again. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They run out of the gun, and it's Chubb. Oh, he coughs up the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball.
And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. So, that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On third down, they go with Chubb. They will have it at the 24-yard line. That's enough for a first down. A run out of the gun. Here's Chubb. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. On the handoff, this is Chubb. He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the Browns are going to be looking at a first and goal. They move it down to the 4.
To be a prolific passing offense in this league, you have to be able to both throw the ball from the pocket and you have to be able to operate and convert on third downs. And they've really done both at a high level on this drive. And to no surprise, they find themselves first and goal.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.